Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. A wonderful day all of you. Welcome to our Institution of Global Professional free webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful afternoon. My lovely audience, today I am your host. I am Kamrul, coordinator of IGP from Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member, and I feel honored to host this webinar. And it's my delight to welcome you all to our Institution of Global Professional free webinar. Dear participants, before we have completed our 728 webinars successfully. Today I will be presenting webinar number 729, and the topic is managing relationship at work. Today we have a speaker from India. Before studying our program, a special thanks to Joseph Naples Placer for inviting your friends in the comment box. Once again, let me remind you again, don't forget to take, share and comment, and also mention your friends in the comment box because your advertisement encourages us to do better and best service to our lovely audience. You know, our mission is to empower our youth, so stay with us by your support. Today our speaker name is Ann B. She is a assistant professor of Sarada Gandadharan College from India. Let's we welcome our speaker to the screen. Hello ma'am.
Yeah, hello, sir. And
Good
thank you, sir.
afternoon
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for the welcome.
Thank you ma'am. Ma'am, share your screen please.
Yeah, sure, sir. Is the screen visible, sir?
Yes ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay ma'am, you can start your presentation.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First of all, I would like to thank IGP for giving me the opportunity for the second time. First, I presented on time management, and this is my second session. I thank IGP for this wonderful opportunity. And I have a lifetime membership in IGP and International Professional Diploma too from IGP. So, before moving on to the session, I once again welcome everyone to this international free webinar. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all. And I am an assistant professor, Department of Management Studies, Sharada Gangadharan College, Pondicherry, India. So, the topic for the day is managing relationships at work. So, relationship is something important not only at work but also in the family or wherever we associate together. Relationship is very important. So, let's start with a quote by Henry Ford. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. So, these three statements clearly tell us about the importance of relationship or the need for relationship. Coming together is the beginning. Wherever we join, we come together at the initial stage. So, as the time passes, we keep ourselves together. That is progress. And when we start working together, that is when we understand each other, and when we cooperate and when we start working together, it becomes a success. So that shows the success of our relationship. So today in this session, we will have two parts, part one and part two. In part 1, we will be covering these topics: why relationships, stages of relationships at work, reasons for strained relationships at work, dealing with difficult employees, tips to deal with difficult employees. This is for the part 1. We will move on to one by one. So, the first one is why relationships, or what is the purpose of relationship? Why do you need relationship? So, we have a few points. Let's start with the first point: sense of belongingness. So, belongingness means the attachment towards something. So, when you are in an organization, sense of belongingness means your attachment towards that organization. You feel that organization as your family and the members in that organization as your family members. So how this belongingness come in? It's only through successful relationship. The cordial relationship between all the members of the organization. So you have that sense of belongingness. Another need is get the job done. You know what is management? Management is the art of getting things done through and with the help of others. So you need to get your job done. So to get the job done, you should have an effective relationship between the members or between the team members. Next one is personal growth. So for your personal growth, this relationship is of utmost important. You know, when you are in organization, when you are in a team, your team members starts appreciating you, starts motivating you, which helps you to go high up in the organizational ladder. So that helps in the personal growth of an individual. Then let's move on to organizational growth. So from the word itself, it's clear that it's the growth of the organization. So what do we mean by organizational growth? Better organizational climate, improved organizational culture, less turnover, employee retention, the reputation of the organization. All these lead to organizational growth. This is possible only through the relationship between the superior and the subordinate, and between the team members, co-workers, etc. So we have few more points. Next one is it improves creativity. So when there is a cordial relationship, we will have a clear mind. So creativity is an intellectual process. It helps you to think well if you're clear mind. So it improves your creativity. You can do work better or in a different way when compared to your team member. Then employee retention. The best employees could be retained in the organization when a clear relationship is maintained. A happy relationship, a happy work atmosphere. It retains the employees in the organization. They don't feel like leaving the organization. They don't go for any green pastures. They will remain here. They will work for the growth of the organization. Then improves collaboration. So, what is collaboration? Joining some other people and improving yourself. So for research, we have collaboration. So why do you want to collaborate? To have better idea. You can learn many things from others. When you collaborate with others, you can learn many new things so that you can improve your activities too. So for that, you need better relationship, better networking. You have to network with many people, not only with your colleagues, but even with people working outside your organization. So it helps to improve your networking and to improve your work and to learn many things, many new things. Then improves health. So when you have a peaceful mind, you have a better health. You know, health is wealth. When there is health, you can improve, you can perform better. So for that, you should have a peaceful mind. So how do you get this peaceful mind? You should have satisfaction at the place where you work, job satisfaction. You should have good people around. You have to interact with everyone. You have to mingle with everyone. So that relieves your stress and it improves your health. Next one, improves productivity. So how does the relationship improve productivity? So when you have a clear mind, your thoughts will be clear. You can perform better. Your productivity will increase. So you will be considered as the best employee in the organization. When you are productive, you can make others also productive. So we can say that it is something contagious. It spreads. Your spirit, it spreads to others. When you are productive, you can spread that spirit to others. It makes others also productive. Then improves teamwork. When you take the word team, that four alphabets, TEAM, team, together, everyone, achieve more. Just expand it. Together, everyone, achieve more. When you're in a team, you get more ideas, better ideas, many suggestions, many alternatives, and you can choose the best alternative. So for that, you need good relationship. So this relationship between the team members, between the colleagues, it improves teamwork. So the team performance will go up. Next point, transfer of knowledge and skills. Your knowledge and skills can be easily transferred. Others will be ready to accept your knowledge or they are ready to acknowledge your skills. It can be conceptual skill, human skill, technical skill, or diagnostic skill. So your knowledge can be transferred and your skills also can be transferred. So how it can be transferred? Through training programs, through discussion, through deliberations, you can transfer your knowledge and skills to other members of the organization. And then job satisfaction. Wherever you are, if you maintain a cordial relationship, you are satisfied. You have if you have a cordial relationship in the family, you will be satisfied with your family. Your kids will be satisfied. Your parents will be satisfied. Your spouse will be satisfied. Likewise, at the workplace, when the relationship is good, you are satisfied. So you derive satisfaction out of the relationship you maintain in the organization. So it's up to you how to maintain the relationship. It leads to job satisfaction. So all these points, we can say that all these points are correlated. So if you are satisfied, you will be productive. And if you are productive, you will be appreciated. Then you will have job satisfaction. You will be retained in the organization. Your team members will appreciate you. They will cooperate with you. So there are many other reasons for having relationship, but I have mentioned a few. So these are the certain points which normally apply in a workplace. Next one is stages of relationships at work. Here, the stages of relationship I have represented in the form of different stages of a flower. So initially, this is a stage. This is just a bud. So slowly, it starts blooming, and this is a third stage, fourth stage, and the fifth stage. So this stage is flourishing. This bloom flower, we can say that it is a flourishing relationship. So your relationship is completely flourished. So you have a cordial relationship with everyone in the organization. So in some cases, what happens, initially the relationship will be like the fifth stage and slowly it goes down. But I tell you, relationship should start in this way. Slowly it should start blooming. So finally it flourishes and you can maintain it for a long period. Okay, whether it is in our family or at the workplace. Okay, this is the best strategy to adopt. Then, there are certain reasons for strained relationships at work. Why your relationship get affected? What are the reasons for the strained relationships? A few reasons I have mentioned here. We have 7 reasons. First one is lack of appreciation. So man is a social animal. He wants to depend on others. Man is dependent. He wants to depend on others. Then only he can lead a happy life. So normally anyone, each and everyone, we need appreciation. So lack of appreciation, it will strain the relationship. But I can tell you, if others don't appreciate you, don't worry. Just self appreciate. Give a pat on your back and you did well. Kamrul, you did well. So self appreciation. So that will give a sense of motivation for you. It's not necessary that others should appreciate you. But as human beings, as social animals, we expect appreciation from our team members, from our colleagues, from our superiors. So, lack of appreciation is one important reason for strained relationship. Second one is gossip. It's an example for informal channel of communication. Gossip, rumor, and we call it as grapevine. So, what is gossip? Many people, they speak so sweet in front of you, but behind they bad mouth about you. So this gossip, when the other person comes to know that the second person has gossiped about him or her, definitely that relationship gets strained. So gossip is another important factor to strain the relationship. Third one is unreliable colleagues. Colleagues, the people who work along with you, they are called colleagues. Unreliable colleagues. You are not able to rely on them. They are not reliable. You are confiding some of your problems to them, but they pass those information to others. So you can't rely on them. If you seek any help, they don't help you. If you seek any help, they inform the superior that this person has sought help from me and he completed the task. And you can't confide any problem with him, any of your problems with him, any of your issues with him, because he starts explaining to each and every other person in the organization. So you feel depressed when you come to know about these things. So unreliable colleagues, they are another reason for strained relationship. Next one, stealing the credit. So when you work in a team, the output is the complete teamwork. Each member in that team cooperates well for the success of that activity. But what happens? The team leader, he steals the credit or she steals the credit. He says that he completed the task, giving no credit to his team members. So this strains the relationship. So when the team leader steals the credit, the other members, they feel dejected. They won't feel happy to work again with the same team leader. So stealing the credit. So the team leaders have to keep in mind, not only the team leaders, any superior has to keep in mind that the credit should go to all the members of that particular team, or all those who participated in the completion of a project or an activity. Then, next one is procrastination. What is procrastination? Postponing the work, keeping on postponing. At least postponing, you have a fixed date, but procrastination, you keep on postponing. It's indefinite. You have no idea when are you planning to complete that task. So that will strain a relationship. For example, a small example. Suppose one of your team members, he has to take an urgent leave, maybe some family issues or personal issues, and he has assigned you certain tasks which he was supposed to complete. He completely relied on you and he assigned his task to you, but you didn't complete it. You kept on procrastinating it, hoping that this person will arrive late so that I can complete it later. But what happened? That person came early and this person hasn't completed the task. So that will strain the relationship. So the person A has assumed that person B is unreliable and he kept on procrastinating the work. That's why the work is incomplete. So procrastination is another reason for strained relationship. Then lack of teamwork. When you're in a team, earlier I told you, team is together, everyone achieve more. So when you are in a team, you are supposed to cooperate well, give ideas, argue, not to win, but to suggest certain things, give various alternatives, try to find out the merits and demerits of various alternatives, and finally come to a conclusion. Lack of teamwork. So you're supposed to cooperate with the other members of the team. So when you don't cooperate, it strains the relationship. And the final point which I have given is miscommunication. Communication is exchange of ideas, facts, emotions, opinions, etc. But sometimes what happens? The sender sends a message and receiver receives the message in a different way. So miscommunication happens or some misunderstanding happens, or it can be called as brain drain. Whatever has to be communicated is not properly communicated. So miscommunication occurs or misunderstanding occurs. So this miscommunication, it happens at home, it happens between friends, it happens between the colleagues, between the superior and the subordinates. So when it happens, it strains the relationship. So communicate clearly, communicate well. Okay, these are the certain reasons for strained relationships at work. Next one is dealing with difficult employees. So, from the word difficult employees, you understood that they are not, we are not, it's not an easy task to manage them. Okay, it is difficult to manage them. Here in this picture, you can see the superior or the manager at the center and some difficult employees on his either side, left side and right side. So they are arguing for certain reasons and he finds it difficult to manage them. So the manager or the superior has to adopt various strategies to deal with difficult employees. Not all the employees are each one is different because they come from different cultural background, different family background, and different education background. So the manager has to adopt different strategies to deal with different employees. So it is a Herculean task before him to deal with difficult employees. So I can give you some tips to deal with difficult employees. So these are certain things which we do regularly or which we practice regularly. But we have to reinforce these points. The first one, we will start from the bottom we'll start from the bottom and then go up to the top. Okay. First one is be calm. Whenever an employee argues or shouts, the first step for you before you is to be calm. Keep calm. Let them talk whatever they want to talk. Let them express their problems. Let them express their grievances. Be calm and listen to them. So at that time, you have to adopt the listening strategy. Be a good listener. Let him complete. After that, you can talk. Then show respect. Respect is like a give and take policy. Give respect and take respect. Whether that person is your superior or subordinate, whether the security in your organization or group the staff in your organization, whether an office boy, show respect to the people. So when you give respect, you get respect. That's what I do. It's a give and take policy. Give respect, take respect. Third one, criticize the behavior. Criticize not the individual, but the behavior of that particular individual. So, better to criticize in private. Instead of criticizing an employee in front of other employees, it's better to criticize in private, but appreciate in public. Okay, then criticize the behavior and not the person. So, criticize in private, appreciate in public. Then, give feedback. Feedback can be positive or negative. So some of the difficult employees, they will be unable to take the negative feedback. So better to give feedback in private if it is negative. At the same time, employees also should be ready to receive both the feedback, both negative and positive. Then monitor the progress. Monitor or evaluate the progress of the employees. What is his progress from the day of joining till today? Has he improved? Has he shown any interest in the work? Has he learned new concepts? Has he improved his skills? So monitor the progress of the employee and update him. Not only monitoring, but also updating is important. So when an employee feels that he is monitored by his or her superior and receiving feedback, he will be more interested or more careful about his job. So monitor the progress, evaluate the progress, and keep the employee informed about the progress. And the last one is direct them. Direction, it involves motivation, supervision, and guidance. It's not just an individual concept, it includes motivation, guidance, and supervision. So just giving instructions don't work. You have to motivate them, you have to guide them, and you have to supervise them. Supervising alone don't work. Motivation alone don't work. You have to guide them, guide in the right path. Definitely they will perform well. So these are the certain tips to deal with the difficult employees. So these points, it happens in our day-to-day activities, just reinforcing. You will have many other methods to deal with difficult employees. If you find it feasible, you can carry on with your tips. Okay. So we have completed the part one of today's session. Now we will move on to part two. Okay. Here we will see managing relationships at work, purpose of managing relationships at work, implications of managing relationships at work, and tips to build effective relationships at work. We will see one by one. So, what is meant by managing relationships at work, or in short, MRW? So, managing relationships means managing and maintaining healthy and positive relationships with everyone at workplace. You need not choose any particular person and maintain good relationship. Maintain healthy and positive relationships with everyone at workplace. It doesn't mean that you have to continuously interact with them. A smile, a word of appreciation, wishing them good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So these tips will help you to maintain a healthy and positive relationship with everyone at workplace. They might be in different departments, they might be in different portfolios or different sections. No matter who they are, they might belong to different levels of management, maybe low level, maybe middle level, or upper level. So maintain healthy and positive relationship with everyone at your workplace. Just a smile is fine to maintain a relationship. Then, what is MRW? It is the art of influencing employees at the horizontal and vertical levels of the organization. So, who are the employees belonging to the horizontal level? People working along with you. So, all of you are in the same level. And what is meant by vertical level? As I told you, the levels of management, various levels of management, lower level, middle level, and upper level. So, you have subordinates and the superiors. That is the vertical level. There is a hierarchy. But in horizontal level, there is no hierarchy. All are equal. They are your peers, people working in the same level or team members. And MRW, it also explains the relationship between the employer and the employee and also between the employees. So it is the relationship between the employer and the employee and also between the employees. So you need to maintain a cordial relationship between these parties, between the employer and the employee, and also between the employees. So, when you're in an organization, you are at the center and you have superiors above, subordinates below, and peers and teams at the horizontal level. So, you need to maintain a sensible relationship with everyone around you, superiors, peers, subordinates, and teams. When you maintain a healthy relationship, a positive relationship, you derive job satisfaction, which leads to personal growth and organizational growth. Then, what is the purpose of managing relationships at work? Why do you want to manage relationship? We have a few points. Let's see one by one. The first one is conflict resolution. So, what is meant by conflict? Some argument, some disagreement that happens between various people in the organization. So we have group conflict, conflict that arises within a group, or individual conflict, one person may create conflict. We have organizational conflict, then intrapersonal conflict, that conflict that arises within a person. A person feels that I am not appreciated for the work I have done. I'm just keeping on doing the work, but no appreciation from the organization. So he develops intrapersonal conflict within a person. Then we have interpersonal conflict, that is between two persons. Interpersonal conflict, it is between two persons. Then group conflict, it arises within a group, members of the group. Then organizational conflict, it is at the topmost level. It happens when there is conflict between various groups in the organization, so it leads to organization level conflict. So that is a grave situation. It spoils the reputation of the organization. So you need to maintain the relationship. You have to manage the relationship. You have to develop certain strategies of your own to resolve the conflict. So conflict resolution is one purpose of managing relationships at work. Second point is to deal with emotions. Some employees are very emotional. They don't think. At the initial moment, they start arguing. They feel upset. So it's necessary to deal with the emotions of the employees in the organization. So for this, you have to maintain a good relationship. So dealing with emotions is another purpose of MRW. Next point is give and receive feedback. Give feedback, at the same time receive feedback. When the superior gives feedback to the subordinates, subordinates too give feedback to the superior. So feedback is a give and take policy, giving and receiving feedback. So when we are in a good relationship, we are happy to receive any types of feedback, whether it is positive or negative. We are ready to receive feedback. We are ready to give feedback. But when our relations are strained, people find it difficult to give and receive feedback. Next one, manage differences of opinion. So when you are in a group, it's not necessary that everyone should acknowledge your opinion. It's not necessary that everyone should go along with you. There will be differences of opinion. It happens in every organization. It happens in family. It happens between the friends. It happens anywhere. Differences of opinion. So it is a huge task to manage differences of opinion, to convince each and every person in the organization. So if you are a team leader, it's a huge task before you to manage the differences of opinion in that particular group. Receive the opinion of each employee or each team member. Then try to convince them and manage the differences among the employees. Then, next one is better understanding of yourself and others. Understand yourself. That is the first step. Find out your strengths and weaknesses. Then find other strengths and weaknesses. If I understand me better, I can understand others better. Find out your strengths and capitalize on those strengths. Understand your weakness and try to convert your weakness to strengths. So, understanding yourself is an important aspect in managing the relationship. Then, understand others. So, what is the background? What is the situation? What are the skills? Are they skilled enough to carry out a particular task? So, that helps you to maintain a good relationship with the members of the team or the employees in the organization. Now let's move on to implications of MRW, that is implications of managing relationships at work. Or what is the output? Okay. The first one is job satisfaction. You have you receive satisfaction. You're completely satisfied with your job. So you're happy to come regularly to the office, reduced absenteeism, reduced turnover. You don't go in search of green pastures. You remain in the same organization because you are completely satisfied. The enhanced performance. Your performance is enhanced. It has improved. It has gone up. The day you joined until now, when you compare, you can see that your performance is enhanced or it is improved. Next one, better productivity. Your productivity has increased. So, as I told you earlier, when you're productive, can make others too productive. If you are a team leader and if you are productive, you can spread it. You can spread your energy to others, your spirit to others. Better productivity. That peaceful work atmosphere, serene atmosphere, calm atmosphere, no argument. Of course, discussions and deliberations might happen, but no heated arguments. It's very peaceful. Then next one is successful career. You are successful in your career. So this helps you to bring more employees to your organization. You feel high about yourself, about your organization. Your self-esteem increases because you are happy with your organization, you are successful in your career, you are very productive, your performance is enhanced, so your self-esteem goes up. Then reduced stress. Your stress is reduced and your health is improved. So you are able to perform better. Then improved organizational climate. So what is organizational climate? Perception of the employees about the organization. So it depends upon you. Nobody can say that this is the organizational climate. It is a feeling. You feel about your organization. If you feel that the climate of my organization is good, it's good. If you feel that the climate of the organization you work is poor, it's poor, it's bad. So it depends upon your perception. Improved organization climate. So when the relationship is safe and secure, the organization climate also improves. Then improved quality of work life. QWL, quality of work life. So it is a balance between your work and your family life. People who can balance the family life and work, they are successful. People who are happy at family, they're happy at work. If they're happy at work, they're happy at home. If they're unhappy at home, what happens? They carry the complete negative energy to the work. And if they are not happy at work, what happens? They carry on, they bring the negative energy to home. So bringing the negative energy home will disturb the family atmosphere. The same way, taking the negative energy from home to the office, it disturbs the work life. So for improved quality of work life, you need to maintain a happy, positive, happy, healthy relationship both at home and also at work. So these are the certain points under implications of MRW, that is managing relationships at work. Then, how can you build relationships at work? Or tips to build relationships at work? Respect others. Already I told you, you have to give respect and then take respect. Respect others. Need not check which category they belong to or which level of the organization they belong to. Respect everyone. Then open communication, free and open communication. It solves many problems. Open communication helps you to open up your problems. So that will help you to find solutions to the problems. So open communication is an important strategy to build relationship. Then active listening. Listening is an art, but many times what happens, people listen with an intention to reply. Suppose person A and person B are talking. Person A is talking and person B is interrupting person A because he hasn't completed the his points. Before that, B is interrupting and start talking. So be an active listener. When you listen, you gain respect. Why does your friend or your colleague come to you with their problems? Because they know that you are a good listener or you are an active listener. When you are an active listener, people will come to you with their problems because they know very well that you listen to their problems and give some solutions too. So be an active listener. Listening solves many problems. It will help to improve the relationship. Then be kind. Be kind to everyone. Just spread smiles around everyone. Smile at everyone. As soon as you reach the office or reach the organization, smile at other people. Never have a long face. Okay, be happy. Be kind to everyone. When you are kind to others, they will also be kind to you. Then be honest. Never lie. People don't like liars. Honesty is the best policy. Never lie even on a tiny matter, on a small issue. So if you lie on a small issue or a small thing, definitely you will lie on a bigger thing. So be honest, never lie. Be honest to everyone. Be honest with your friends. Be honest with your spouse. Be honest with your superior. Be honest with your subordinates. Be honest with everyone around you. Focus on we, our, us. Not I did it. We did it. When you are in a team, we did it. Not I did it. It's ours. It's our teamwork. It belongs to us. Not it belongs to me. It's ours. We did it. So instead of focusing on individual person, personally, you have to appreciate as a group, appreciate everyone as a team. Okay, focus on the we, our, and us. Then commitment to put things right. It's your duty to put things right. If anything goes wrong, do not blame others. When you're in a team, some may be efficient enough to complete the task, but another person may not be. So it's your committed. When you're in a team, you are committed to that particular team. So it's your duty to put things right, even if the other person goes wrong. So you should have the commitment to put things right. Avoid judging. Stop judging. So when you stop thinking, you start judging. Many times this judging goes wrong. So why do we judge people? We might be jealous of them, some ego issues. We are not happy with their improvement, their progress. So avoid judging. Never judge. You think and then talk. A person may not perform well on a particular day. There might be some reason. So never judge that, okay, he's like this. He's always like this. So never judge a person. Think and then judge. Then be empathetic. What is empathy? Empathy is putting yourself in others' shoes. You are putting yourself in others' position. If I were in that position, what I would have done. I might have done better or I might have done worse. So be empathetic. Empathy is an important tip to maintain good relationship or manage relationships at work. Then accept feedback. Try to receive feedback and try to give feedback. It helps to improve relationship. It helps to manage the relationship at work. So feedback can be positive and negative. So be ready to accept feedback and try to improve yourself. If it is a negative feedback, try to improve. Try to perform better at the next time. And when you are giving feedback, give genuine feedback. Just for the sake of giving feedback, never give feedback. And what is feedback? It is a response or non response to a particular situation or a person or an activity. Okay? Then avoid difficult situations, persons, etc. So try to avoid the person or the situation that creates chaos in your mind. If you don't like a person, better to avoid him. Maintain a healthy relationship. Just a smile. That will be more than enough. And avoid difficult situation. If you feel that a particular situation is not suited to you, just leave that situation or just avoid that situation. It's better to avoid a particular situation than arguing in that particular situation. So it helps to manage the relationship at work. Then monitor and improve your behavior. First of all, you change yourself, then try to change others. Monitor your behavior, evaluate your behavior, monitor your progress, and improve. So if you feel that my relationship with a particular person is not cordial, is not healthy, is not positive, try to analyze the reason behind the problem, then try to solve it. Try to improve your behavior and maintain a healthy relationship. Then, better understanding of yourself. Understand yourself better. When you are able to understand yourself, you can clearly understand others. What are their problems? I told you about empathy. Empathy is much more important than sympathy. Empathy helps you to understand others and also yourself. So, better understanding of yourself is another important tip in managing the relationships at workplace. Then, maintain cohesion with workers, with colleagues. So, what is meant by cohesion? Cohesion means ability to stay together. Cohesion in the family, cohesion among friends, cohesion at the workplace. So, try to maintain cohesion with everyone around you. So that might be your strength, your ability to stay together in any kind of situation. So try to maintain cohesion in the organization. So that will improve the relationship. Then adopt participative management style. So what is participative management? So participative management means you are trying to involve all the employees in the decision making process, or the team leader can involve all the team members in the decision making process. So when they participate, the self esteem go high, go up. So they will have that sense of belongingness. Okay, the leader has considered us. We have some place in this organization. So try to adopt participative management style. Involve everyone in the decision making process. Then, relationship oriented organizational culture. So, what is meant by organizational culture? The way the people behave in the organization, how you behave in the organization. That is called organizational culture. So, the organizational culture should be relationship oriented. Instead of an autocratic culture, maintain a relationship oriented organizational culture. An autocratic leader may not be able to influence his subordinates, but a relationship oriented leader will be able to influence his subordinates. So, relationship oriented organizational culture should be adopted in the organization. Next one is peer review panel. Peer review panel. So, what is peer review panel? So, from the word panel, you understood that it's a group of people. So, it can be a group of people belonging to your level, and they can give you some suggestions or improvements on various aspects of maintaining relationship. So, people who work along with you helps you to develop yourself. That is peer review panel. So, these are the certain tips to manage relationships at work. Then I would like to conclude with another quote by Rashid Ogunlaru. Be genuinely interested in everyone you meet, and everyone you meet will be genuinely interested in you. Show interest in others, then others too show interest in you. Spread positive energy, receive positive energy. Spread happiness, receive happiness. Give respect, take respect. So when we give, we receive. So with this, I would like to conclude and thank you so much for this opportunity, and stay healthy and stay positive. And I expect a few questions during the question answer session. Thank you.
your full presentation you shared with our participants. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Now we are going to our quiz competition. Then we move to our Q&A. So you have to
Sure, sir.
stay in the back stage. Okay. Thank you. Dear participants, let's we enjoy our quiz video. Dear participants, it's our quiz session time. You can join this session by slido.com. Also, you can scan our QR code from the screen to join this session. Top 10 quiz competition winners get the quiz certificate after the session from our official Facebook page. You can also click the link which is already given in the comment box. Then you automatically join in this session. Now, for the two participants join with us. Dear participants, if you want, you can also mention your friends to join this session. Also, I request everyone to join this session with your capitalized word. We will take your name from this Slido, so join with your full name, which will directly print on your certificate. We start our quiz competition after 1 minute later. Let's we start our quiz competition now. Be ready. Our first question is, what do positive relationships do? Option number one, benefit children and young people. Option number two, show who is in inserts. Option number one, benefit children and young people is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, Mohafi leading the first position, and the second one is Kiondiana January, and the third one is Rilin Kelly Joyamaguchi leading the third position. Let's we move to our next question. Building relationship is tricky. Option number one, is it true? Or option number two, false? Option number two, false is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, Srilin Kelijayamaguchi leading the first position, and the second one is Salian N, and the third one is Saila. Let's we move to our next question. Evaluating our wins at work should be done. Option number one, only when we win. Option number two, after every negotiation. Option number two, after every negotiation is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, the top position is Saila, and the second one is Relane Ann, and the third one is Gianna Marie. Let's we move to our next question. Managing your emotions or anger or stress is important because dash. Option number one, you can get sick from being stressed out or angry. Option number two, stress and anger are healthy and you shouldn't worry about managing them. Option number one, you can get sick from being stressed out or angry is the right answer. On the leaderboard. Now the top position is Gianna Marie, and the second one is Saila, and the third one is Riley. Our next question is building relationship improves business continuity. The statement is true or false. Option number one, true is the right answer. On the leaderboard, there is no sense, so we move to our next question. A method of managing the stress of daily life is to avoid stress at all cost or maintain moderation and balance. Option number two, maintain moderation and balance is the right answer. The leaderboard now, the first position is Saila, and the second one is Gianna, and the third one is Salia. And let's we move to our next question, which is not a characteristic of managing conflict, or is it considered others' views or avoidance of issues? Option number two, avoidance of issues is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, the top position is Salia N, and the second one is Saila, and the third one is Gianna Marie. Our next question is some keys to successful client relationship are serve firmly, tease and share tips, accommodate and notify, or serve promptly, keep their secrets but gossip about the boss. Promptly. Option number one, serve promptly, tease and share tips, accommodate and notify is the right answer. Let's we move to our second last question. Why is it important to have positive social relationship? Is technology to improve communication skills or to learn social boundaries? Option number one, to improve communication skills, is the right answer. Our last and final question is, to effectively manage various work commitments, employees should schedule enough time to complete activities or first focus on the least important tasks. Option number one, schedule enough time to complete activities, is the right answer. Congratulations of our top 10 quiz competition winners. Top 10 quiz competition winners get their quiz certificate after this session from our official Facebook page. On the leaderboard now, the top position is Salial N, and the second one is Saila, and the third one is Leson Munian D. And the following are Ziki R. Kolima, Nalresa Sala, Jabi Aparicio, Joy S. Suarez, Mem Maribel de la Cruz, Gianna Marie, and the last one is Gina Lin. Let's we proceed to our most exciting session, and that is Q&A. Let's we enjoy this video. Welcome back, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for staying in the backstage. Dear
Thank you.
participants, it's our Q&A session time. You can send your question in the comment box. After Q&A, we have certification process. If you have any question related to this topic, you can ask the question in the comment box. Ma'am, our first question from Salanul Reza. And the question is, what is the role of diversity in managing relationship in the workplace?
Yes, sir. Role of diversity in managing relationship in the workplace. Diversity, now the people, they go to different countries for work. So we have diverse workforce and diverse work culture. So it is the duty of each and every employee in the organization to cope with the diverse nature of the workforce, and we need to adapt to the culture. We should try to understand the culture, and we should try to learn the culture. So once we get into the pattern, we will be able to manage our relationship with them. Hope it is clear.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, we are still waiting for your question. Participants are requested to ask their question in the comment box. Ma'am, our next question is, who should best use of this course in our life is in only in an manager post.
No, relationship, it happens not only in an organization. Even though our topic was on manager relationships at work, relationships, it starts from the family. So it is not only the manager who should adopt these tactics. Any person in a relationship, either in a family or between friends or in workplace, anyone in any relationship can adopt these tips. And when you're in an organization, not only the manager in the superior position, but also the subordinate, the team members, and also the co-workers can adopt these strategies, and they can take up this in their life too.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, our next question is, good afternoon. How do we handle a difficult employee who is rigid?
Yeah, good question. It happens very often. A difficult employee, from that word itself, it's understood that the person is very rigid. He doesn't comply with any regulations of the organization. He might be a regular absentee. So, the best method to deal with that type of person is to understand that person. It might take a few months. Okay, so better to understand them. If they need any counseling, try to give them some counseling, try to understand their problems. So slowly we can bring them to our track. So slowly we can correct them, and we can bring them to our track, and they will perform better. So the first main thing is that we have to understand them, understand their problems. Then we can correct them.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next question is there a difficult types of conflict resolution?
Yeah, conflict resolution. Conflict, it happens, as I told you, it happens at intrapersonal level, interpersonal level, and also organizational level. Okay. So intrapersonal conflict, it arises within a person. So it is up to that person to resolve the conflict. So he or she understand his or her problems, okay, and try to find solution. Nobody else can solve his or her problems. So as an individual, only he or she can solve his problem. When it comes to interpersonal conflict, it is between two persons. So those two persons have to discuss what is the problem or what is the reasons for conflict between them, and they can solve the problems. When it comes to organizational level, mostly it depends on the conflict in various groups in the organization or various departments in the organization. So they can try to understand what are the reasons for the conflict, then find a solution. And while resolving the conflict, it is better to come under win-win situation. Okay, win-win situation for both the parties. If it is a win for one party and if it is a lose for another party, you can't say that the conflict is resolved. When it is a win-win situation for both the parties, we can say that the conflict is resolved.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next question is, Professor A- Professor Anne, how can we manage if one of our coworker mad at you without knowing any reason?
Yeah, when I discussed, I told you that the people come from different background, different family background, different cultural background, different educational background. So that person might have faced some difficult situation at home, and from home he's coming for work. So his mindset will be completely depressed, or he might be upset. So the best thing we can do is that Be calm at the first moment. Let him speak out. Let him speak out his problems or his issues or whatever he wants to speak. Let him speak. Then call him in person and talk to him the mistakes he has done and try to find some solutions for his problem. So initially, even we do argue with him, the situation becomes worse. So it's better to remain calm initially, explain to him the mistakes and help him to find solutions to his problem, and then he will come to our track.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next question is how to handle a gossip boss.
Boss.
And thank you.
Okay, a boss can be either male or female. Uh, I feel usually a boss may not gossip because he will have many important tasks to be completed. Since he belongs to the top management, he might be involved in planning and organizing the activities of the organization. So this gossip may arise between the middle level and the low level management because they will have some time to discuss. So it might happen between the middle level and the lower level. So I don't think it happens in the upper level. In case it happens in the upper level, try to convince your boss. As I told you earlier, never react immediately. It will take some time for the boss to understand yourself. So give him some time, give him or her some time, and try to prove your position.
Thank you, ma'am. Our next question is how do you deal with a gossip who can't catch the secrets and mysteries of work?
How do you deal with the gossip who can't catch the secrets and mysteries of work? Okay, gossip. People, these gossip mongers, actually, they are not interested in work or they are not serious about their work. That's why they get time to gossip about other people. Okay, so even though they don't get any information, that's what it becomes gossip. They don't get the proper information or any secrets or any mysteries of other people. They don't get any real thing, so they create something new. So that's why it becomes a gossip. So never give importance to such gossip. If we know that we are true to ourselves, we are correct to ourselves, we need not worry about the gossip. Let's continue our good work. So we need not give ear to all these gossips. Let us continue our good job.
Thank you. Our next question is good evening, ma'am. How to overcome silence in workplace?
Yeah, at workplace we have many challenges. Like we may not be skilled enough to complete the task. So what we can do, we can upgrade our skills through collaboration and through teamwork. We can learn from others. That might be one challenge. That is, we might not be skilled enough to complete the task. Another thing may be poor communication or miscommunication. So we may not be able to follow what others speak. So try to improve your communication skill, communicate with others, try to learn the technical jargons which they use in the organization. So that is another challenge. So another challenge might be inability to get along with other people. For that, you need open communication. Try to open up your problems. Try to get solutions for your problem. So it will help you to overcome uh, in the near future. So these are certain challenges which a person might face in the organization. Maybe poor skills, then poor communication, inability to get along with the people. Then another one is ability to handle conflict. As I told you, it will take some time to prove yourself. So try to manage the conflict with whatever knowledge you have, and slowly you will be able to overcome the situation.
Thank you, ma'am. Our last question is how to manage your coworkers who don't consider you as their leader, but they choose you to be their leader.
Okay, they don't consider you as their leader, but they are considering them as the leader. That's what I suppose. Okay, so some people out of ego or jealousy, they may not be ready to accept you as a leader. So what can you do? Try to understand each member in the team. Try to understand their strengths and weaknesses, try to understand their skills, and allocate the work as per the skills of each person. So, when the team member feels that the leader gives them the due importance, they will consider the leader as the leader. So, the main duty of the leader to find out the skills of each team member and allot the work as per their skills.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
for your wonderful answer. We are
Yeah,
very
thank you.
grateful to you for your wonderful presentation and sharing your valuable knowledge with us. We
Yeah,
hope
thank
we'll
you so
meet
much, sir.
together in another session in IGP platform.
Sure, sure, sir. I'm ready to serve you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am. What is your last and final words for our audience?
Yeah, try to make use of the opportunity provided by IGP because they are doing a wonderful service, providing free international webinar that do knowledgeable sessions every day, 3 sessions. So you can manage your time, and they should attend their sessions regularly. They can widen up their knowledge, and they can share with the students, share with the colleagues. So this is what I wanted to say to the
Thank you,
viewers,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, sir.
Dear participants, this is our free international level quiz competition based on professional development. On the occasion of IGP 3rd anniversary, we are happy to arrange a free international level quiz competition from 4th August to 31 August. We will publish the result on 3rd September 2022 on our website. We have top 10 quiz competition winners get their prizes from IGP. Anyone can submit it by August 31. And that September, we will announce our winners lists on our website. Quiz join link is www.eduigp.com or http://eduigp.com/quiz. Anyone can participate in this world biggest quiz competition. So, before joining, please note some points. Points number one, create an account on our website. If you have any account, then you can directly join through the given link. But if you don't have an account on our website, you are not able to join this biggest quiz competition. Option number two, you have a total of 1000 seconds to submit a total of 100 questions. That means 10 seconds for each question. And que- option number three, minimum passing mark is 60%. This is international level quiz competition based on professional development organized by IGP. Anyone can attend this webinar without fee, and anyone can attend the quiz competition, but you will check your activity, course enrollment, your total certificate on our website, and your website visit duration. And the prize money for first to 10 winners financial sponsored by JB Bapli, chairman of Global IGP. Now we are proceeding to our certification process. Dear participants, today our program name is Managing Relationship at Work. Today our program code is IGP 3932. The code is IGP3932. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. And with code, you can claim your certificate anytime from our website. And without an account on our website, you just visit only, but you can't do anything functionally. So to download your certificate, you have to first of all create an account on our website. Then you have to enroll the program, and after that you have to put the code, and the code is IGP3932. And finally you can download your certificate. And after download your certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP cycling. Thank you everyone for attending today's session. And thank you everyone for attending today's session. We hope we'll meet together in another session in IGP platform. Thank you. Stay happy and stay safe.